Well, welcome to the podcast, Be Golden.
Are we already on the podcast?
We are.
Oh my God.
We can start over.
Okay.
I'm excited today to welcome Be Golden to the Headwater Sage podcast to talk about all things sourdough, a passion of mine, and obviously a passion of Brittany's, Bee's.
You can call me Brittany, Bee, whatever.
Okay.
It's, yeah.
Well, I'm excited to have you on because this is something I love to geek out over myself. And I'm excited for you to talk about sourdough and also promote the new Busy Bee Bakehouse bakery.
Yes, that's fun to say, right?
It is.
Busy Bee Bakehouse.
So welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, this is fun. Thanks for having me.
I had a question last week talking with somebody about sourdough, and their first reaction was that sourdough bread is just like all other bread, and that maybe the ingredients are simpler and better for that reason, but there are scientific reasons that are shown and it's proven that sourdough is healthier for us.
Yeah, 100% better for your digestive system. I have customers that they're diabetic. They have that Insta-read pick and they can see on their app, and they tell me, this is the best thing I have had. It doesn't spike my blood sugar at all. It digests slow,
So they can see that.
They can see it instantly
through their monitor. Instantly.
Yeah, right. Picked into their blood.
So if they eat a piece of store-bought bread, they can see a spike happen on their monitor.
Because it turns into sugar immediately, yeah.
But when they eat sourdough,
just slow, because there's no sugar in it at all. And carbs usually turn into sugar in your body if you don't use them. And it just slow.
I asked ChatGPT this question the other day, and because this question was brought up, and I said, does sourdough have the same effect on the glycemic index as store-bought bread? And it said, no. Sourdough bread generally has a lower glycemic impact compared to store-bought bread. A lot of sourdough bread sold in stores, when you look in the ingredients, it will have 30 ingredients and no wild yeast.
Vinegar to make it sour.
Yeah. So maybe it has a sour flavor, somewhat mimicking real sourdough, even though I don't think they're good at matching it. But it really has none of the true sourdough benefits. So
and it looks bleached.
Yeah. So from a purist standpoint, as a sourdough baker myself, that bothers me when sourdough, the word is used as a label on bread that's not true sourdough.
It's like a flavor now. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the consumer, we really have to be aware and read those ingredients to know.
And I make two kinds of sourdough. I make a true sourdough, and then I make my enhanced sourdough that has eggs and butter and a pinch of yeast, so
sure.
it goes overnight instead of, the 2-3 days.
Yeah. Okay.
So I always call it enhanced when I add pinch of yeast, because true sourdough is flour, water, salt. That's it. That's all you get.
But when you have your enhanced, it still has a long fermentation process, right?
Yeah, it's overnight, but you just don't have as long a shelf life because it has eggs.
Oh,
butter.
sure. Okay. But it's soft
But it
and
still
delicious.
gives you benefits like the sourdough. It's made with sourdough cultures and
Okay.
still ferments.
Chat continued to go on to say, sourdough fermenting changes the way your body processes the bread. Natural fermentation breaks down the carbs and gluten. So while the bread is rising, it's breaking down the carbs and the gluten, making it easier to digest. And organic acids, such as lactic acid and acetic acid, slow stomach emptying, resulting in slower glucose release. And there's more resistant starch forms during a long fermentation process, which equals a lower blood sugar spike. This means that even when made with white flour, sourdough usually creates a gentler rise in blood sugar compared to typical yeasted bread. And then it goes on to give a glycemic index off of commercial white bread, sandwich bread. So like your Wonder Bread will typically have an approximate glycemic index of 70 to 90. Fast spike, quick drop. Whole wheat sandwich bread bought in the store ranges from 65 to 75. It's better, but still fairly high. And then artisan long fermented sourdough, 50 to 65. And whole grain sourdough, your staple product at your store, made with locally milled einkorn and what was it?
Spelt.
Spelt.
Einkorn's its whole other thing too, because it's an even lower glycemic start for your flour is. So,
and that it says that has the lowest, 48 to 58, and it's best for blood sugar control. So the long fermentation is really what matters.
And you even get more benefits if you freeze it. Like,
Really?
after it's baked, I tell people, like, if you're not going to eat it in the first couple days anyways, slice it, freeze it. In 3 days, it breaks more of the gluten down.
Really?
So it's just crazy. You just keep breaking it down.
I love that tip to cut it and then freeze it.
Oh, yeah.
You can just pull out a couple pieces from the freezer at a time. And
Yeah, we pull them out overnight, like let them. I save the ugly loaves. My family gets like, oops, I didn't cut you deep enough. Like,
did you sell your sourdough sliced?
no, not yet.
You're going to?
I will.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a big commercial slicer. It just doesn't fit in my commercial kitchen right now.
Okay.
So we're building our own commercial kitchen. Renting is kind of like, moving from a home baker. I'm still in transition for, once I have my own kitchen, it's going to be built just so sourdough.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I need so much space. Like,
Yeah. And after baking sourdough for so long and dreaming about this bakery, you already have envisioned exactly how you want it laid out.
Now I do. I really did not envision a bakery. Never was I like, I'm going to own a bakery. Like, I was like, I just want a cute little farm stand at the end of my driveway. And my husband's like, we live on a dead end road. Nobody's coming. And I'm like, oh. So he didn't build me one. If you build it, they will come. He wouldn't.
Some people would. But yeah, you want to.
So I was like, I'm going to go to farmers market.
Profitable. So let's back up. When did you first make your first loaf of sourdough?
Right when I moved to Breedsburg, I bought a farm and I want to do all farm things. Like, I got chickens and goats and started making sourdough.
Okay.
Now I have a cow.
Where did you get your first starter?
Oh, this is cool. So I was in a bunch of homesteading mama groups and homesteading Wisconsin. This girl, she shared, she was like, I bought my I inherited my great grandmother's house and it came with a starter, like a dehydrated, really big jar. She's like, it says starter on it, and she's like, I don't know if it's going to work. If you mail me just the postage, I'll mail you sourdough. And that happened. And so I was like, this is cool. She's like, it's at least 75 years old, had a big story about her grandma. And my great grandma baked bread too. And I was like, that's cool. I didn't even think I don't know if she made sourdough. I know she made wheat bread all the time. So yeah, that's for my starter.
And it was dehydrated when you got it. So you just had to add water and.
Yeah, it was specific instructions.
Oh, there was.
Yeah,
okay.
Thankfully, because I probably would have killed it.
From her grandma.
Well, I don't know if she found them online, I guess, the instructions. Or I think the jar just said starter and she had to figure it out.
Okay. So she figured it out and started baking sourdough too? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then, I don't know if she did it at the same time. I guess I want to reach out now.
Does she know you have a bakery now?
I don't know. No, I bet it's still in my messages, on Facebook. If I look, sourdough starter in my personal.
And that's the one still to this day that you've
Yeah, I never killed it.
Yeah, okay.
Never
That's
killed
awesome. Do you save any for backup or dehydrate any?
Yeah, all the time.
You do? Okay.
I have pink sourdough starter.
Why is it pink?
Because I have it regular too, but I seen a thing and, I'm pink everything.
Right.
So it's just sweet potato powder.
Oh.
When you dehydrate it, you mix it with the starter and then you dehydrate it. So
Okay.
it's pink. It'll come out as soon as you feed it twice.
So do you ever make pink loaves?
Not like that. Not with that. I just dehydrated it pink and I was like, this is cute. Maybe Valentine's Day or something.
That is definitely your color theme. So.
Yeah.
When did you move to Reedsburg?
2021.
So you started baking sourdough at your farmstead, and then what? Did you have intentions of selling it or just to use for your family?
No, I had no intentions of selling it at first. And then they kept getting prettier, and I was like, look at how pretty these are, and sharing them. And people are like, I would buy this. And I did a Hill Valley exploration tour. I sold out in like 2 hours. And I was like, whoa.
How many loaves?
And I baked for 18 hours, in my regular oven, 2 at a time. And it was only like 25 loaves.
2 at a time. Do you do like a Dutch oven method?
I used to, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I could not survive.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of
We
Dutch
make
oven.
like 300 loaves a week
Okay.
of sourdough.
Wow.
300. And that's by hand. We don't. I'm going to switch to a mixer. I found the one, and
You mix
all by
everything
hand.
by hand.
yeah, my husband mixes a lot because my arms would be like, so it's about 20 at a time, tucking and folding.
Okay, each
Like
batch,
in each bin.
each bin is 20 loaves.
Yeah. Wow. It's 18
How many grams of flour is that? Or
pounds.
pounds? Okay.
So it's like 15, almost 16, 15, 7.
Okay.
Our loaves are like 1.5, 1.75.
Okay. After it's baked.
Yeah, after it's baked.
Okay.
So our bins are like 35 pounds, between water and starter
And you're
Salt.
you're taking that bin and you're
oh
flopping
yeah.
it over and turning it and flopping it again. And how many times do you do that during the fermentation process?
Tuck and folds, we do 3 or 4.
Okay.
4 is that extra because it's like grainy, like our grains got little flavor specks.
Yeah, coarse grains.
Mm-hmm.
And you source your ingredients locally, right?
Yeah, Lodi.
Okay.
Heartland Craft Grains. They're amazing. I met them at that vendor show. So that was like, and I knew I was going to take sourdough to farmers markets, but this was like at Sacred Heart, and it was a big thing. A lot of people were there, and I was like nervous,
You sold out there too.
Sold out, yeah. And I met them, and I was like, oh, local flour. I love shopping local. Like, that's so cool. And the flavor, that's what kept me, the flavor. It's so much better.
So all of and I agree, your sourdough is delicious, but all of your flour comes from there. You don't just supplement?
I do supplement some King Arthur brand flour from
okay.
Costco, or I do the organic Costco brand. My starter is never bored. It has every kind of flour in it.
So do you feed your starter with Costco all-purpose?
No,
Or no?
sometimes if it gets too thick, because
Okay.
if you feed it Heartland craft grain bread flour for too long, it just turns into this like stiff starter.
Okay.
And I like mine. I have a lot. Like I'm using like 15 pounds a day over the weekends.
Just to build your starter?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah, to build my starter, because it's like I feed my starter 5 to 8 pounds at a time to grow it. Like, because I have my breads are, what do I put? 3.5 pounds a starter in those 20 loaves.
Okay.
So it's a lot because it speeds up the process if you add more starter.
Okay. So do you know the ratio or like the
The
percentage?
percentage? No,
What would
because
you
that's like a
guess?
math thing. And I need my calculator. It's probably like I always say my dough hydration is like 75%.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like, I just do it. I had to learn, reading about sourdough is intimidating because you're like,
There's so many
it's
different.
too much. So I'm self-taught. Like the internet was like, and when you switch to those grains, it's completely different.
Sure. You just need to figure out your ingredients and your starter.
Yeah, and that's what I figured out, and I just rolled with it. Like, all the percentages, they overcomplicate it. So you can do it. If you want to do it, try it.
And at your bakery, it's your staple is your, what do you call it? Like an artisan sourdough loaf or a boule.
Yeah, my original sourdough boule. That's what I used to call it my ancient grain. And people are like, is it really weedy? And I'm like, no, it's just made with ancient grains. Like, and they're like, used to that store-bought vinegar sourdough. And I'm like, this just is a different flavor, but it's not overpowering wheat that you're used to at the store either. That's probably like fake barley extract
Sure.
added into that,
So there's no additives. There's no chemicals that change any of it. It's just pure ground flour.
Yeah.
Organic.
Nothing. There's no folic acid and, we didn't enrich it, which is awesome because that King Arthur flour I was telling you about, you have to buy it in small bags in order to not get it enriched.
Okay.
Because it's like a government thing in 50 pounds or above commercial, you need to enrich it. Goes back to like famine and
Okay.
people needing folic acid. And
Okay. Just an old law that's never been changed.
yeah, and it's weird kind of like,
Yeah.
do we need that?
Yeah.
It's not really like, it's not bad for you unless you're over consuming it, I guess. So it's just a weird thing, but I never do bleached. Nothing bleached. So that's what I love. And I don't do artificial flavors, dyes, nothing, no preservatives.
So walk us through the process of like the cycle of you feeding your starter and baking for the demand that you're.
I fed my starter before I got here.
Okay.
Like,
So every
it
morning.
needs to eat. Yeah. And today I did a ratio, like a high ratio. I did 200 to 800. So that's like 1-4.
Okay.
So it was like 1-4. And yeah, she eats well. I'm trying to do like my price breakdown per loaf, and I'm like, but I don't know how much I fed her that day, like,
Yeah.
and her name is Jane Doe because every sourdough has a name. Mine didn't for like a year. I wasn't cool. I was like, what? You guys are naming your sourdough? So yeah, Jane Doe.
I still need to name. Mine.
Yours doesn't have a name?
No.
You
Yeah.
have to get creative.
I should give her a name.
Is it a her?
I think so. Yeah. Like the mother.
Like nurturing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just knew mine was a her. Now she's pink
Jane
in
Doe.
places.
Oh, that's okay. That's cute.
Jane Doe.
Have you always had the nickname Bee?
Yeah, since my 20s, really. Everybody was named Brittany in my class, too. I wish it was like, that's like a 90s thing.
Okay.
Brittany.
Yeah. So Bee.
B.
Okay. Bee.
Yeah. And then people thought it was Beatrice, and they'd always guess, and that just turned into a thing. It's just B.
Okay. Self-taught. Did you have a mentor?
No mentor. Like, I tried so many different recipes, and I had to make my own. Like, just
figured it out.
I did the Pantry Mama, I think is the one I refer people to still.
Okay,
Like
that
it's in
recipe.
yeah, it's just basic. Like it was easy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like fancy. You need a lame cut at 40 degrees perfectly. And
Yeah, there's a lot of white noise out there in the sourdough groups on Facebook.
I learn so much new stuff all the time. Sometimes I'm like, do I know what I'm doing? Like I'm just doing it, it's crazy. Like people do it in so many different ways. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can freeze them first. There's something to do. I just learned another benefit. Like you can freeze it before you bake it,
Okay.
but you have to bake it. Like I was looking into how is it commercially produced? Like how are people doing more than just 100 a day like me, And you can freeze it and it's more benefits if it's in the freezer, bulk fermenting, like your first rise in the freezer. But it takes 7 days after you pull it out or something. I don't know.
To
It was
ferment?
crazy. Yeah, the whole process. Like you can only leave it in there for 7 days or else you're killing your yeast because it's trying to stay alive in a freezer.
Okay.
I don't know. It won't rise afterwards after 7 days.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just crazy.
And you've never done
frozen
that.
but now I need to try. Like
yeah.
it's like a science experiment. I feel like all the time. That's even just watching your sourdough start to bubble and be all active. I'm like, this is a science experiment. Like it's like magic potion.
Do you talk to Jane?
Okay, so Jane, you can only love in the kitchen. You know, you can't argue in the kitchen. You can't be loud. That's where she lives. And now there's like separate at my commercial kitchen in my home. Like maybe I need another name, you know, like no, maybe they're two different starters
For the new
now.
space. Yeah, different environment.
I'm going to wait till I move into my kitchen and maybe I'll make that pink one. That'll be my brand new. It's like my baby. Like I made you and then I dehydrated you and then I have to make another one.
She keeps evolving.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you started in your home kitchen and then you moved to a kitchen, like a commercial kitchen, so you could make more products. Is that
I
right?
wanted to do it so I could supply cafes. Like I wanted my bread where people were besides the farmer's market. Like I wanted everybody to have my bread. Like you have to try this.
Like that coffee shop in the Dells.
Yeah, Bella Goose. That's what inspired me to get my kitchen ready first because we were buying this building and we already knew it didn't have a kitchen in it. We knew we had a project, you know, and just closing and we wanted him to liquidate the stuff at the building. We didn't want to buy his stuff. So we gave him more time and it worked for us planning. And yeah, it took us a while to get here and I'm ready for my kitchen already though. We're like, it'll just be a few months.
Well, we're so happy that you've moved into town, even though your kitchen's not at the bakery now. You do have products there. You opened your doors a couple weeks ago.
I did.
And what all do you have to offer us?
There's so much stuff because I love supporting local farmers, right? So I'm selling the flour that I use. So if you make your own sourdough and you want like, I want to add rye to make it rise faster because that's like a superfood for sourdough. Like, and I'm sure if you're online and you're looking, you've seen like, you know, feed it. It's a different grain. I have those and I have berries. If you want to mill your own flour, I think that's so cool. I just ordered more because we ran out because people are milling their own.
Okay.
Do you mill your own?
I do. I don't do it normally. It's more of a hobby. A few times a year, I'll
just bust
I'll
it. Is it
mill
a big
some.
like?
It's a steel burr mill, and it's made in Ohio. You can adjust how fine you're grinding it, but when you grind it too fine, if you grind it too fine and the flow is too fast, the highest temperature I've had it come out of the mill is 110 degrees, and they say that at anything over 104 degrees, and you're damaging
the benefit.
Yeah, you're burning it or you're changing it somehow. So I make sure that it's less than 100 degrees when it comes out of the mill.
That's a whole thing too. Like a whole.
But then when it comes out of that, then it's just it's whole grain flour, whole wheat flour, and then I like separating. I like working with the lighter flour for certain things like pizza. Sift? Yeah, so it runs through 4 screens. And the first screen is a 20 mesh. It saves everything that stays above that screen is bran.
Yeah.
And which has its own purpose of a separate ingredient. Then the next 2 screens are cereal. There's a fine grain cereal, which has, and then there's a coarse grain cereal, which is more like...
it's like gritty. It's like a polenta.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like what you would use to make grits. And I've made grits out of wheat. Even though traditional grits are corn, I've also, do you remember having like as a kid, malto meal?
Yes, I loved it. Yeah. So bad for you, but
is it
all the stuff that's in it?
Oh,
yeah,
the extras.
Well, but yes, I loved it.
We save that. I love eating that. I just like to add some maple syrup and cinnamon and butter and cream to it. It's really delicious breakfast.
That sounds awesome.
Also have used it to make what's it called? Tang zao or something.
Taezong. Yeah.
Yeah. When you mix that, you cook it with milk and it turns into this paste.
I ate those buns at your house that you made.
Were those Tenzong buns?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. For only time I ever made those.
Really? That's the only time.
You came over for a burger.
Yeah. You messaged me. I'm like, well, yeah, I have to. Like this. The best bun ever. So. And
then the final screen is the 80 mesh, which comes out white flour. And you look at it really close, it does have some darker grains in it. So it's like a hybrid between a white flour and a whole wheat flour. I would say it's like 90% white, but it's very fine. The 80 mesh screen is It comes out like pastry flour.
You should come play in my kitchen one day and just see all the flours. Cause so I use a pastry, a white winter wheat.
Okay.
And I mix that in some of my enhanced breads and
Okay.
the all purpose, that's a different, they probably sifted it different, like my bread flour is sifted. So I get the bran out because bran slices your gluten in your sourdough. And I found this out because I tried it, and I started off with unsifted and it wasn't working. My loaves were like this big, but they tasted good. Like they were just not rising.
Okay.
And then the spelt came in because spelt helps it rise.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm down I already went down that rabbit hole. Like I had to learn about all these flours because I'm like, what do they do for the bread and what do they do for the body? And
Yeah. It changes the fermentation process and the timing and
listening to the Heartland craft grain people, they're so passionate about, growing these ancient grains even, and they've started growing blue and purple Ethiopian. And
wow.
so then I'm like, what is purple Ethiopian?
And they are also growing the einkorn.
Yeah, that's where my einkorn comes
cool.
from.
And that's like the mother of all wheat, right?
Yeah, it's hard to get actually.
Yeah.
Like I was messaging her when I got here because she was like, hey, you don't have an order in for 2 weeks from now and you have to keep your, and I was like, what? Oh my gosh, thanks for reminding me. And like, they just harvested their einkorn, and just listening to her though, they're so passionate. They go and like do presentations at high schools and regenerative farmers.
Okay.
So in my farm store, yeah, there's all sorts of farm ingredient, like stuff to build your own meal, really. You can buy Wilkinson Farm meat right when you walk in. There's a freezer. There's cheese. That's all Wisconsin. And there's some more beef sticks and whatever. But
I saw you have Leroy's Meats.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I just got some weird like mango and dill pickle, like weird flavors just because I had to try them.
Oh,
so.
They're snack sticks.
There's all sorts of, there's snack sticks and like little snackers, which is like a beef jerky, but soft.
Okay.
I don't know. Check it out.
My favorite product from Leroy's Meats is their Italian sausage. So good.
Like summer sausage?
No,
or like ground?
Italian ground, frozen. Yep, for pizza.
Oh, I don't have that. I have ground pork though.
You do? Okay. But
Like,
it's just ground pork. It's not seasoned.
No, I might have seasoned too.
Okay.
And breakfast sausage, I know I have seasoned.
Okay.
But I'm about to have more mangalista meat coming. Like
What's mangalista? Is that
that's a pig. That's
producer?
my
Oh, that's the type
that's
of a
my
pig?
cute pig.
Oh.
You've seen it on Facebook. You had to. So my pigs are, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. So mangalistas, their fat is polysaturated and mono unsaturated, or poly unsaturated and mono unsaturated.
Okay.
So your body looks at it differently.
That's different than other pigs?
Yeah, it digests it differently. It's not like most pigs are saturated fat and they're corn fed, and my pigs are non-GMO and they're pasture raised. They dig up roots. So our pastures were overgrown with all this crazy burdock anyways, but yeah, they dig it up, they eat it. I put them in my garden to clear out my garden, and humanely raised and processed. So they come and do a humane process on your farm, so then they're never stressed, no cortisol in their meat.
Okay. How do they end the pig's life?
Just quick one in their pen. So they never have to be caged or cornered or,
Okay.
I wasn't there because of a crybaby. I would have cried, but we've only raised 2 so far completely to the end and harvest them, and they're so good.
Okay. So
I'm
what
going
do
to
you,
give you some.
what do you have in there for meat from that pig?
So nothing yet, but it'll be in, I'm trying to get before the holidays. So
Okay.
we're hoping.
Well, I can't wait. I'm going to come get some.
Yeah, it's like it's like butter. Like it just melts like butter.
Okay. I'm sold.
Mangalista, it's like the sourdough of pork. I keep telling people, your body just digests it differently.
What does sourdough symbolize for you beyond just bread?
Well, it's like magic. It's, life. You have to keep it alive. It's like a pet too. It's like a whole nother, it's running my life right now though. Sourdough is my life. I have to think about it every single day. But before, like I didn't overcomplicate it. It was, I put it in the fridge. I'd feed it, put it in the fridge, bring it out for the weekend, feed it, watch this magic grow, and turn it into a loaf of bread or two. Then I'm good for the week. And it would go in the fridge, bring it back out. It was like a good routine. You have to have a routine though, because if you forget about it, it will die. Like,
And everyone's lives are different. So, like, what advice would you give a sourdough baker who's maybe just starting this journey? Because there's so much information out there on Facebook, you go cross-eyed.
yes. Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
What would you suggest? Like, what's a good tip for the newbie?
Dive in and learn the fridge method. Put it away and then bring it back out every week and watch it rise. So they say discard. I don't like the word discard. It's like,
You're throwing it away.
yeah, I never have ever dumped it out. That's why I learned to put it in everything, because I'm like, what can I do today with it? And I literally put it in chicken noodle soup. Like, it's a roux, like
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, squirrel. I get distracted. There's so much sourdough stuff. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're starting, just go for it. Feed it. 1-to-1 ratio works for a while, for a long while. It will turn acidic if you just 1-to-1 for, I did it for like almost a whole year. And then I learned about, I could feed it a higher ratio, 1-to-2, and then it gives it more food. But for the first year, you don't have to think about that. You feed it 1-to-1, watch it grow, and then you use that active, bubbly starter, make your loaf of bread. And in the end, you have a little left over. You feed that, stick it in the fridge until next time. And if you don't feel like baking, you can really okay, I'm going to discard half this. I'm going to feed it and I'm going to stick it back in the fridge. But set a reminder in your phone, because that's what you have to do, or you'll forget about it, or somebody will dump it down the sink or something tragic. Make sure you label it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you sell starter?
I need to. I just sold one to this girl because she was, passionate about it. And she stopped in and I was like, I could definitely bring you live cultures. Like, I got you.
Okay.
But I do have some dehydrated that I planned on doing Christmas baskets with, a kit you can buy. Start your whole journey.
Awesome.
Little whisk, and you don't need a fancy tool. You need a scale. You need a Dutch oven. That's it.
So do you see any benefits to sourdough beyond just the physical, that it's a little bit healthier for us?
Oh, for sure. I know you're going to ask. It's therapeutic. It's therapeutic, right? You're just in the kitchen and you're putting your love into this and your creativity, and you have to be patient with it. You have to watch it. You have to touch it. You have to be involved, and we're hand mixing. So, we're in there, but it was just a rhythm, and I got in a routine, because I have PTSD, and it was something that helped. I wanted to move to the farm and be calm with the animals, and sourdough, it was cool. It was something that took my mind off of things, because you have to think about sourdough a lot when you're, in the middle of making the loaf. You can't leave it. You have to tuck and fold. 30 minutes later, tuck and fold. 30 minutes later, tuck and fold. So you're hands-on with it all day. You're my project today.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't do that thing you invited me to. I'm making some sourdough.
Yeah, I already tucked and folded once. I'm stuck here for 2 hours. Sorry.
And so with your process, when it's gone through the bulk fermentation, do you put it in the refrigerator to pause it?
Yes.
And then you kind of then you can take it out whenever you want type of thing?
No, you have to bake it within a couple days, or else you'll end up with, you released all the gases. So we set our fridge on pretty low, and I call it tucking it in, we're going to tuck you in good night. And we're doing, almost 100 loaves, or tucking you in. And yeah, it's cool because it's growing still. You're just slowing the process. You don't have to tuck it in, but slowing the process and adding benefits by slowing the process.
Okay.
So,
and then you're baking
always 15 hours at least.
in the fridge. And then are you baking straight out of the fridge, or are you letting them?
I don't let them rise on the counter anymore after that.
Okay.
Unless I really have to, and you'll know because your bowl will be full when, mine are full when they're ready to be baked. So if they're poofed up, They're, you know, it's overproofed. And
Okay.
if they're down a little bit, then you know you have to bring it up a little bit.
Okay.
But
So do they rise at all in the fridge or?
they do. But barely, like just like an inch, like in the 15 hours. But if I leave it for longer, it's going to turn into like a big dome.
Okay.
And
Too long.
then it turns into focaccia.
Okay. So what I just heard you say is that sourdough is in a way a teacher of,
It is.
of patience.
Definitely.
Okay. Very cool.
You can't rush. Like if somebody, you know, if I have an emergency, like, oh my gosh, we forgot to pick up salt for the weekend. Sorry, I'm in the middle, you know, of sourdough.
Yeah.
Stuck here.
How has Reedsburg responded since you've opened the bakery?
Oh my gosh, I love all my customers. So doing farmers markets for 2 years, I gained a following already. And, you know, it was the farmers market culture that just, they're out there every week. And opening the bakery, I knew there would be more customers, but oh my gosh, like seeing my little handheld POS system say 119 guests came in today. I'm like, what? Like,
That is awesome. That was opening day?
actually, it's like consistent. Like opening day was probably even a bigger number. I should know that one, but this
But you're
was just
getting
like,
hundreds
this
of
was
customers a day.
this was Saturday. So 2 days ago.
What else do you have besides your sourdough?
Lots of stuff. Clark's Farm and Produce. So when I switched to commercial, I have to have commercial. So he gets his recipes made by a company, and he's a local farmer. So there's a bunch of like pickled beets and pickled asparagus, and I can't just put any home person. I have to have a commercial guy, and he was there at farmers markets with me. So I was like, tell me what you got. So there's jams and butters, and you can find all sorts of fun stuff. Perfect for like making a gift basket for Christmas. Like I really want to put together some pre-made ones with like meat, cheese, canned goods. So you can find the canned goods, the flour, the meat in the freezers, cheese curds. And then we bake so much stuff. Like I don't give a menu. And people are kind of like, I need a menu. And I'm going to come out with the basic, like I'm always going to have bread. I'm always going to have oatmeal cream pies because people just love the oatmeal cream pies and burnt butter chocolate chip sourdough cookies. That's like staple, has to stay.
Okay. I need to try those.
But then I just switch it up all the time. I'm like, oh, I want to make something with lemon. I want lemon. So I made lemon meringue cookies, and the brownies pistachio is on my menu all the time. I'm going to have pistachio fluff in my kitchen. I'm turning into pistachio fluff. I need to stop eating it. I put it on everything. Like,
Well, your croissants are.
yes. Is
good
that what you got as a pistachio croissant?
Yeah, like 3 times now.
I put it on brownies. I just put it inside oatmeal cream pies, and I was like,
Goodness.
I want to make flights of cream pies. Like here's a chocolate one, here's a vanilla, and here's a pistachio.
So as we're talking about health benefits.
Oh yeah.
How
back
do the
to
cream
health.
pies fit in?
So they don't. They're not really, and they're not even fermented. But I did ferment the cookies.
Okay.
So I mean, balance.
Yum.
Balance.
Really, you're fermenting the chocolate chips?
Yeah, you
Or
have
the-
to.
Okay.
If you haven't tried it, oh my gosh, they're like,
No.
the flavor is just amazing.
So does that replace the baking soda in the cookie?
They're still baking powder to make them poof up a little bit.
Okay.
Or else you'd have like those flat grandma cookies that you want to dip in milk.
Yeah.
Mine are soft, kind of like cake-like.
Okay.
I try to put sourdough in everything.
And everything's homemade in your, or well, you buy some stuff.
Pretty close to everything is homemade. I'm struggling right now. Like, do I buy pie crusts? How am I going to roll out all these pie crusts?
Yeah. Pie crusts take a while.
But I think we got it. I don't know. We're going to start making them right now because they can go in the freezer.
And croissants, you make those?
Yeah, they're so hard.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I tap out but I bought butter sheets. You can buy sheets of butter.
Oh, that makes it easier. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just revealed my secret, but
Well, I'm sure that's what every
you can
bakery
find
does,
them.
right?
Yes, yeah. Because you have to, because I looked into it. I'm like, okay, is there like a mold like I can buy to like
right.
melt my butter and put it? But I can't make a lot of them. And people are asking for cinnamon rolls, and that's all hand rolled. So I'm already like hand mixing, but I'm trying. I've just been bake. I don't want to disappoint people, and I want people to see like, oh my gosh, there's something. I'm gonna have something you want, something.
So walk us through, I know today's your day off. Walk us through your tomorrow. What time do you wake up and then what do you do?
5 a.m., but I have farm animals, so I have to farm. I really should wake up earlier. Sometimes when I bake, it's 3 a.m. But I feed the starter the night before. So the first thing I do, wake up, I have to go and mix. I weigh my flour ahead of time. So I have individual bags of my einkorn, spelt, salt, like.
Oh, you just throwing it together, pre-measured.
Yeah, I have to. Or else it's chaos. And I have to do math. And I'm like, okay, stop talking to me. And like, I just dump it in. And
Okay.
my husband's there. He quit his job, his construction business to like all in. I don't know how I did it, but that's
You
what we're
roped
doing.
him in as your partner.
I'm like, this is so much fun, right?
So you mix all that pre-measured stuff together, you mix it up until it's cohesive, and then you're waiting to do the folds afterwards.
Yeah, tuck and fold every half an hour.
And then what? You're baking like yesterday's?
No, oh yeah. So if it's so Tuesday, the bread is going in the fridge. Wednesday, nobody's baking until Thursday at 3 a.m. And then we bake until 4 p.m. While we're prepping too and sticking in
For
fridges.
the next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a rotation.
Oh, yeah.
We're still feeling it because the other day I didn't get breads in the store until noon. And I felt, like, I'm like, oh, he's like, people are asking. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, they had to rise on the counter a little bit, you know? And
We're figuring it out.
yeah.
And I think people
Sourdough has a mind of its own. Like, you
Yeah.
didn't want to rise enough. I didn't put warm enough water.
temperature changes outside.
Yeah. Humidity.
inside, Yeah.
I just added, I have to do more starter in the winter
Okay.
because of humidity.
Yeah.
There's not as much in my house. And my kitchen has no humidity. That was a whole nother change.
What do you hope people feel when they walk into your shop?
Like excitement. And I think they do. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Like, I painted a mural and people love it. And I had some of my friends help me. Like, they're like, did you paint this? And I'm like, well, my one friend painted this and my one friend it's been cute. Like, and I'm going to make a chalkboard wall so kids can come in and be involved in the mural. Like in the middle, there'll be a big
Oh, cool.
chalkboard and
I love that idea.
change it like every month or something. And
Or adults too.
adult, yeah, just don't draw adult things. Keep it PG-13, But I want you to feel, excitement for your next treat too. Like, yes, I have the good bread. That's better for you, but you can get a treat too. And you can get meat and you're supporting all these, shopping with me, you're supporting all these farmers, I'm buying farmers' eggs and the butter and the cheese and the jalapenos in the summer. I'm buying them from the farmer's market. And I grew a lot this year, actually. I'm a bad gardener.
Well, you're
One hobby at a time.
you're a damn good baker.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thanks for bringing your talent to downtown Reedsburg and opening up the store and all these local options. I encourage all of our listeners, if you're in Reedsburg, to hit up the Busy Bee Bakehouse. Just look for the hot pink letters.
Yes, thank you. And I'm going to change. Like, we're going to have seating area soon. I want vintage couches that you can come and plug in your laptop or start crocheting in the corner, listening to cafe music. Like, it's retail-ish right now. It'll turn into more.
Well, I'm excited to see it evolve. And I'm super glad that you opened and that you came in to talk about it. What's one lesson, last question, what's one lesson that sourdough has taught you about yourself?
I am a very patient person. But yeah, just don't be hard on yourself. Make mistakes. I made so many mistakes, and sometimes like oops, I put too much flour in the other day, and it's because they weren't weighed out, pre-measured. So I'm like, and I put 2 extra pounds in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't mess up anything. I have my bakery's open now. This is a whole bin. So I was like, I know what I'm doing. Just put a little bit of water, a little bit of starter, little pin. We're good. We made up for it. And the bread was beautiful. And don't stress. Like,
Sure.
it's going to turn out. And even when you're making it at home, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to taste good. Like, if you do the basics, it gets prettier. I feel like a bread artist.
You are.
I like painted on one
No doubt.
a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Like with, sweet potato powder. And I was like, I seen it online and I was like, I want to paint on my bread.
And during Halloween, did you make any of the pumpkin loaves?
Oh, you can get pumpkin loaves for Thanksgiving too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Edible centerpiece. So this financial company right here in town ordered 50 of them from me.
Oh, for gifts.
Yeah, they're going to give them out. And then they come with a little candle, an edible butter candle. So it's just whipped butter with a cute little hemp wick. Yeah, beeswax. So you just burn the candle inside your bread, dip it. I should have brought you a candle.
Oh my goodness. No, you brought me a loaf of your einkorn and spelt staple loaf. And
Yeah.
that is delicious.
If you want a pumpkin shaped loaf, come stop in
All right. Well, I
make you
will be in
pumpkin.
very soon for a few different things.
for a croissant.
Yeah, maybe a cream
I
pie. I
followed
don't know.
I followed the recipe that you gave me first, and I have a book I call it my back of the house Bible, and a lot of your recipes are in there, and some I haven't tried, and I'm like, I'm gonna try you. Like I don't make English muffins yet, but it's Gatlin's recipe in there.
My only deep dark secret is I would love if you made those sourdough donuts someday. Oh my God.
I know.
But I also
In
kind of
tallow.
don't want you to make them.
Because you're gonna just love them. Oh my gosh! So that's gonna be something I'm not gonna make in store as donuts, but I will make you some.
Okay.
Like
I'll
in my
make you
big-
some.
Make me some. I loved the buns. You're my teacher too. You're kind of mentory. Like I saw you and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. Like, and then when I seen her doing that thing at the library, I was like, people ask me to do a class. I have no idea what I'm doing. I couldn't teach you to do sourdough because I don't know what I'm doing. So you just mix it together. You just, But I went to your class and I was like, this is so cool.
Thank you. We've learned a lot from each other. So it's just good to have another sourdough geek in the house.
For sure. I am like a geek. I don't know how it happened. Like all my friends know. It's just, they don't even invite me some places anymore because they're like, oh, here's sourdough.
I love it. And thank you for coming in, girl. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah. See you.